Hello, my friends. I'm Clover, and this is Genuinely Approachable Sudoku. And as you can see, I have successfully bullied my laptop webcam back into working again. I'm not sure exactly what it was that I did that made it start working again. Cross your fingers for me that it continues working. Otherwise, I will need to get myself an external webcam in order to keep doing these walkthroughs with you guys, which I really do enjoy doing every morning. So let's check out this puzzle today. We have a puzzle by Philip Newman called A Little from Column 159. And this is a 159, aka column indexer Sudoku. So we have normal Sudoku rules, replacing the digits 1 through 9, once each in each row, each column, and each outlined 3x3 region. And then we also have 3 pink columns in the grid. And Philip has given us kind of a technical definition in the rules box of what we're going to do with those 3 pink columns. I'm going to give a little bit more of a holistic definition for those of you who are watching this walkthrough who might be seeing this for the first time. So these 3 columns tell us where the digits 1, 5, and 9 live in the grid. So the digits in this leftmost pink column tell us where all of the 1s go in this grid. So for example, if there was a 3 in this left pink column, it would say 1 is in position 3 counting from the left. 1, 2, 3, so we would put a 1 there. Or because we see that we have a 1 here, and that's in the 7th position from the left, we're going to have to put a 7 there. The middle column does the same thing, but with 5s. So we have a 5 there, that's in position 1 from the left, so we're going to put a 1 in the middle column. We have a 5 there, it's in the 9th position from the left, so we're going to put a 9 in the middle column. And finally, we have the rightmost column doing the same thing with 9s. This 9 is in the 3rd position from the left, so we're going to put a 3 right there. Now that gives us 3 3s looking into region 3. So we're going to place a 3 there by Sudoku. And it gives us 3 7s looking into region 7. So we're going to place a 7 right there by Sudoku. Now, the next place that I'm going to look, and this is, it took me a minute to figure out that this was kind of the smoothest place to continue here. But the next place I'm going to look is at these cells and how we're going to index 5s. So I need so I have a 5 right there, and I have a 5 right there for 3 and 7. Should probably fill those in. So I'm going to need a 5 in column 2. And the 5 can't go there, and it can't go there by Sudoku because of the 7 I placed earlier. So it's going to have to go there. So that gives me a 2 indexing that 5. And then also I have symmetrically a 5 right here, which gives me an 8 indexing that 5. And so my 3 remaining digits here are going to be 4, 5, and 6. This can't be a 4 because there's a 4 in the region, and this can't be a 6 because there is a 6 in the region. Okay, the next thing I'm going to look at is how I'm going to index 1s in this region. So wherever the 1 lives in this region has to be in column 7, 8, or 9, which means I have to have a 7, 8, or 9 somewhere in these 3 cells to index it. But I can't use a 7 or 9 because they're in the region already, and I also can't use 8s in these 2 cells. So the only place where I can possibly index one of these 1s over here is by putting an 8 right here. So I'm going to put a 1 there. Same thing with 9s over here. I need to use a 1, 2, or 3 in one of these cells. Can't use a 1 or 3, can't use a 2 in rows 1 or 2, so I'm going to have to place a 2 there, which indexes a 9 right there. Now, let's see what our next move is going to be. We only have 1 position for 8 in this region, and we only have 1 position for 2 in this region. Now I'm going to pencil in my 3 remaining digits and see if I can get anywhere with that. So I need 4, 6, and 9 here, and that's not going to be a 6. This can't be a 4 because I can't place 9 in the 4th position because there's already an 8 there. Then these guys are going to be 1, 4, and 6, and I can't place a 4 there by Sudoku, and I also cannot place a 6 here because there is already a 2 occupying that spot. Now rows 3 and 7 are looking pretty close to finished, so I'm going to take a quick look at those. So I need to place a 2 somewhere in this row. I have a 2 here, I have a 2 here, so the only place I can possibly put a 2 in that row is going to be right there. Then my remaining cells have to be from 3, 4, and 9. That can't be a 9 by Sudoku, and that can't be a 4. Up here I need to put an 8 somewhere. Can't go there, so it needs to go there to go into the row. And these are going to be 1, 6, and 7. That can't be a 1 by Sudoku, and that cannot be a 6 by Sudoku. And sure enough, the 1 can be in either position 1 or 6. That checks out. The 9 can be in either position 4 or 9. That also checks out. Now I'm going to look at rows 1 and 9. So these are going to be from 4, 5, 6, and 9. That can't be a 5. These can't be 4, so that actually tells me this is going to be my 4. And that does a couple things. That resolves all this, and it also puts a 9 in the 4th position from the left. So this must be either 1 or 7. Similarly, over here, here I have 1, 4, 5, and 6, and 6 can't be in those cells because of the 6 in the region, so that's going to be a 6, putting a 1 right there. And that resolves my 1, 7 pair. The 6 here also resolves my 5, 6, didn't quite notice that earlier. And finally, this is going to be a 3 and 9, but the 9 there tells me that it goes this way around. These are going to be 1 and 3 in that order by Sudoku, but you can also confirm it by looking at the column indexers. 3 indexes this one. The 4 here gives me a 5 here and then a 4. The only digit remaining there is a 5. The 6 here gives me a 1, a 4, and a 6, and I finish this row with a 6. I like that we have really barely touched the whole middle part of the grid at this point. We're going to get to finish that up in one fell swoop. So in this column, I still need a 1 and an 8. They'll go there and there. That tells me 9 is in the 8th position there, and the 1st position there. And then that's going to be a 2 to finish the column. That 2 will index a 1 right here. So now these need to be 3 and 8. They go that way around by Sudoku. These need to be 2 and 7. They go like that. And these are going to be 3, 4, and 6. And these are going to be 4, 6, and 7. This column needs to contain, I believe, 2, 6, and 7, which places a 6 right there. I now get a 4 there and a 3 there by Sudoku. And a 7 and a 2, 6, and 7. 4 and 6. And these are going to be 3, 4, and 8. And that is how you finish Philip Newman's A Little from Column 159. Hope you guys liked that one. I really enjoyed that. I thought that had a really nice flow to it. If you want to check it out yourself, the link to solve it yourself is in the description of this video. And I will see you again in a couple of days.